My name is Alyssa Barbee, and I'm a One Love intern. And today, Josh wanted me to share with you guys what it means to be the environment. So, I have a question for everyone, and just think to yourself, what does it mean to be an environment? Now, I'm going to ask you another question. What does it mean to be a chameleon? So, the definition of what an environment is the surrounding or condition in which a person, animal, or plant operates. And the definition of a chameleon is it changes based off of what it's around. That's what the ability of it is to do. So, what I'm going to be reading to you guys today is 1 Peter chapter 5. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time he may exalt you, casting all of your anxieties on him, because he cares for you. Be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. Resist him, firm in your faith, knowing that the same kind of sufferings are being experienced by your brotherhood throughout the world. And after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace, who has called you to his eternal glory, is Christ. With himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you to be the dominion forever and ever. Basically, what that is saying, what I want to focus on, the verse that I want to focus on is, 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 2 through 3. Shepherd the flock of God that is among you. Exercise oversight, not under compulsion, but willingly, as God would have you. Not for shameful gain, but eagerly, not domineering over those in charge. Being examples of the flock. So what it means to be an example of the flock is to be a leader. And how this ties in to be the environment, not a chameleon. So, whenever you are in a crowd setting, there's already going to be an environment, okay? I feel like it's up to you as a person, as a child of God, to set the environment in a positive way. So, let's say that there's cussing. Okay, for me, example, I go to the skate park, every day. And there's so many opportunities for the devil to make the atmosphere negative. But God gives he gives grace. So our job is to come in the community and make it a positive environment. So usually some typical things that go on at the skate park or the scene, it's a little grungy. It's between drugs, alcohol, bad language, anger, and just negativity. And what my job is to just come in and be the positive environment. So that comes to encouraging other fellow skaters, not throwing down my skateboard when I'm mad, or snapping my board, or cussing, or just being encouraging and not loving on everyone. Whether that means me going and buying a pizza, or bringing down lights when it's really dark and there's no lights in skate parks. So just being that positive environment. I really struggle with this growing up in high school because I did grow up in a church background, so I knew how to play the Christian role. But I had friends that were in church, and they were really good Christian people who lived Christian lives. And then I had friends that weren't so good, but they're good people. And I really struggled with just trying to fit in and finding out who I was, but I wasn't doing that through Christ. So I was basically living two lives. I would go to church, praise God, lift my hand, be this good Christian girl, but whenever I was with my other friends, I didn't act the same way. I would pretty much put on a persona and do what they did. If they were cussing, I was cussing. It was like a mirror image. I would just reflect on whoever, or be whatever they were when I was around them. And you cannot be a 50-50 Christian. You have to be 100%. God calls us to be with him, because if you're not with him, then you're against him. So even growing up, I was the oldest of two boys, and my mom was like, you need to set the example. They're looking up to you. Whatever you do, they're probably going to copy you. And that was really big. So growing up, I've heard that a lot. My moral of the story is, don't be a chameleon in life. Be the environment. Don't change how you act based on who you're around. Instead, be the environment everywhere you go. Be who God made you to be. Because Whether that's a teacher, a doctor, or just if you're a teenager and you're just trying to find yourself, I promise you it's much cooler to be who God made you to be than to go around acting like someone that you're not. So, thank you for having me, and I hope that this made an impact.